Hey everybody, yeah, it's Saturday afternoon, halftime of the Iowa-Maryland game. Iowa's at Maryland. They're behind 17-14 at the half, but it's my second time trying to do this. I got into a big sneezing jag right in the middle of this first time. But today I'm going to do one I did a long time ago, almost 700 reviews ago. From New Holland. Now that they're available in this state, I'm going to do their Dragon's Milk. It says it's a bourbon barrel stout, the high gravity series from New Holland. High gravity, you usually think of malt liquors, but I don't know what they call it. But anyway, it says from the website, it says a stout with a roasty malt character, intermingled with deep vanilla tones, all dancing in an oak bath. Elsewhere it says Dragon's Milk is a 17th century term used to describe the strong beer usually reserved for royalty. This strong ale was aged in oak for over 120 days. The aging process helps extract flavors from the wood, which contribute to its complex character. Hints of bourbon flavor perfectly complement its roasted malts to produce a beer fit for a king. 11% ABV, 31 IBUs. Says first brewed in 2001. But anyway, it's a year-round beer. This is a type of beer usually you find released once a year. Like I'm thinking of KBS and Breakfast Stout and everything else. And but it's a year-round beer. But 120 A's, smoke, a little bit of smoke, a little bit of a hiss. All right, got it all in. Not surprising, but yeah, we got a. Oh, that's black. Got just a. Not even a pinky of a tan head, just a film across the top. Hard to see on the carbonation because you can't see any light through that at all. Let's get a nose on it and see what we got. Yeah, we got little cocoa, definitely getting some vanilla from the oak. I'm not really getting any bourbon on this. Mostly it's like the chocolate note. I'm getting some roasted malts and the vanilla, maybe a little caramel. Actually, not getting that 11% ABV. It's this is the first year. It's 11%. Up until this time, it was 10%. So there may be something else. I didn't even go back to my my review a long time ago. That was one of the first ones I ever did. So the head, what little there was, has disappeared. Just got a thin ring around the edge. But I didn't even go back to that earlier review to see what I thought about it. So let's get a taste. Okay, yeah, I'm getting lots of vanilla. I don't know how. I guess it says for over 120 days. I don't know how long they aged it, but I'm not still really not getting any bourbon. There may be just a hint of the bourbon in there, but I'm getting some honey, oak. Definitely get those. Roasted malts, and there's more vanilla in the finish. It's got some nice chocolate notes in there. It finishes just for an 11.0% stout. It's actually got kind of a dry finish, and it's got some dark fruit notes on the finish. Maybe like a. Well, there's definitely some raisins in there, maybe some dates. This is primarily that dark roasted malt. There may be a little dark fruit in there, like black cherry too, in the middle, but maybe even a little molasses. I'm not really getting any hops on this, but good tasting beer. It's a medium full-bodied beer. It's over medium, but not full-bodied yet, but doesn't seem to have a ton of carbonation, but really creamy and kind of thick. Good tasting beer, good feeling beer. So let me sit and sip on this a while. Come back in a while with the final thoughts and grade. Hey everybody, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, second half of the game's about to start, so I'm not quite not quite as long a wait as I sometimes have with a stout like this. So I didn't get to warm up, but I noticed a lot of these flavors do come out as it warms up. They come out a little bit more, because this was fairly, I think I had it out of the fridge like 20 minutes, so it hadn't really had a chance to warm up in the bottle. But it's warmed up a little bit, and I noticed some of the flavors that come in. I'm getting maybe a few hop notes on the finish. The mouthfeel seems to have thinned out a little bit, but it's still not bad. But it's more like a medium mouthfeel than a medium full. I don't know what that has to do with warming, but it's happened. It's leaving some fairly decent light lacing down the glass. But you know, nothing spectacular, but it wasn't a big foamy head in the beginning. But I'll tell you, you know, if you want a nice, well balanced, and I'm still not getting the alcohol other than when it hits my stomach. I'm getting a bit of a burn, you know, once it hits my stomach. But on the taste, you know, on the finish, going down, I don't really get it. It's just once I hit my stomach. So, you know, for 11% ABV, year-round, bourbon barrel stout, you know, you're not getting any alcohol at all. So if you want a really nice, well-balanced, smooth, drinkable bourbon barrel-aged stout, yeah, this is one for you. I'm still not getting a ton of bourbon. I'm getting the other oak flavors, primarily vanilla, and there's a little bit of the oak flavor in there, but I'm still not getting a ton of bourbon. Primarily getting the chocolate and the vanilla, lots of vanilla, and I don't know whose bourbon barrel stouts or bourbon barrel casks they use, but I'm not getting a ton of bourbon. Maybe they reuse them, and the bourbon is leached out into prior incarnations, but it's still a pretty decent bourbon barrel stout. Like I said, it's not warmed up like I like to have it warmed up, and there are some more flavors that come out as it warms, but it's still a pretty solid beer. So, having had another bottle of this already this year, I'm gonna give the Dragon's Milk from New Holland Brewery, their bourbon barrel aged stout, and I don't know how long they aged it. They may need to age it a little bit more to get some bourbon flavors, but I'm gonna give it a good solid 8.5 out of 10 for a year-round big beer. Pretty darn good. So till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's go. Let's keep drinking good beers. And back to the game, and let's go Hawks. Beat Maryland.